from Lord of the Rings to Sharp to Goldeneye and, of course, Game of Thrones. It's Mr. Sean Bean. Sit yourself down, Sean.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan, you know that, but you look amazing. Sean turned 60 this year, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, he looks amazing. Forget about George Clooney, there's the silver fox right there.
Thank you.
Are you embracing getting older? Are you comfortable? Are you enjoying that process, or...?
Yeah, it's all right. I don't really think much about it, really. I suppose I got to 60 and... I don't know, it's not something you want to be jumping around about, is it?
Well, not at 60, no, you do your hip.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's good things, you know, you get free prescriptions and...
Yeah. But what do you do with your spare time? I mean, because you're in great shape. But what do you like to do? When you're not working, what do you like to do, Sean?
I like staying at home and I go out in the garden and I do a lot of kind of landscaping and stuff like that.
So you do gardening?
Making things, yeah. I like planting trees. I've planted a lot of trees. I've always liked gardening. My granddad he was a good gardener, but he used to grow crops, mate, you know, like tomatoes and, you know, sprouts and cabbage and stuff.
Was he a farmer? He wasn't a farmer, though?
Oh, no, he just lived in a normal house.
But he had an allotment?
But he made the most of his garden, yeah.
Oh, he had a garden?
No, I didn't have a lot, but yeah, he had a garden, yeah.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this is the worst interview I've ever done.
No.
You're thinking, why is he asking me about what I grow in my garden? Because I'm interested, that's why. Because I'm a similar age. I want to know what to do with myself.
But it is, we've got a nice garden at home, and it's got a...
I mean it. I mean, it sounds like a lovely... What sort of acreage are you talking about?
About 2.5 acres,
Pretty
3
big, pretty
acres,
big.
yeah.
I
Got
mean,
a big
probably-
pond or a little lake.
Just as much as one man could do. Any bigger, you'd need help.
I do. Yeah, especially at my age, you know what I mean?
OK, you know what's interesting, though? Sean is a lovely man, as you can tell. And in a way, you couldn't be more different from many of the roles you've played, because you often do play these kind of, like, you know, quite aggressive, very kind of, like, right out there, very heroic figures. I'm not saying you're not heroic, but you know what I mean? You play those kind of bigger characters. I mean, is that easier to slip into? Do you like playing that kind of role?
I don't know. I always see it as a similar thing, really. I mean, you just act what you're supposed to be, I guess, and try and hope that everybody...
That's acting, I suppose, yeah. Joking aside, and we're having a lot of fun here, but Sean is a tremendous actor. I think he's a genuinely wonderful actor. Tell us about the person you play in World on Fire. It's the new show on BBC One. It's starting September the 29th, but it's a Sunday night. Tell us about the character you play.
I play a bus conductor, and he's just a regular guy, you know. He's got a daughter and a son, and it's all set in Berlin and Paris. And
it's World War
Warsaw.
II, isn't it?
World War II, yeah. Just before the onset of World War II. And he fought in the First World War, and he has very bad memories of that, you know. He was a victim of mustard gas. He affected him psychologically, and he's not quite the same man that he was when he went off there, and because of that, he's become a very much a pacifist in his outlook.
Very anti-war, which is understandable.
Yeah, he's become a conscientious objector. He feels very strongly about that, but it's quite a brave decision at that particular time. So he was particularly not victimised, but he was ostracised by his community.
Your grandfather fought in the war, didn't he?
He was in the Navy, and I kind of thought about my granddad when I played this character, and not that to try and copy him or try and, but it's a kind of residue that's in your mind of your grandfather, and certain pictures I saw at different times of him with his uniform on and the ships he was on, and he actually did become very much of a pacifist after the war.
So there's a real kind of resonance there. There's a real kind of connection.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
It's called World on Fire. Listen, it's pretty good. World on Fire. Is it true? I know when we were backstage and I said to Liam, have you met Sean? He went, the original Mr. Bean, is what you said. Yeah. And you got some fan mail for Mr. Bean sent to you once, didn't you?
I got a letter once, and it just said Mr. Bean London. And it came to my house, and I just opened it and read, and it just said, you make me laugh so much. With your rubbery face. Hold on a minute, have you?
It might have been for you. But do you have, I mean, you must have fans who are not obsessive, but, you know, get a bit too invested in the characters?
Yeah, but they're usually okay, you know. With Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings.
It's a big part of their life.
Yeah, it is, yeah, and, you know, it's a big thing for them. And so, that's good, and they're always very complimentary and they mean well, and yeah.
Do you ever have a fan
flattered.
who it worries you? Maybe their interest is a little too intense, or they do something which is...
There's one of them was, sending me marijuana. No.
Nothing wrong with that, man. I like the crazy ones, the ones that send like shortbread biscuits and stuff. Record players.
You get a record player sent to you?
Yeah, I got a record player sent to my mum's house, yeah.
Michelle, what did you get? Anything sent to you?
I got an engagement ring once and a wedding ring. Yeah.
So Mark hadn't met you yet, he just sent it to you in the post?
Send me a post.
And another one that kind of, she used to send me pictures of it, her face and mine kind of morphed into one. And she says, we are one, you are me and I am you.
Wow.
And,
did you ever meet her? Did you meet this woman?
No.
No?
Well, she was at one of these, I did something for Lord of the Rings, and it was just a PR thing, and she was in the audience, and she tried to break through the barriers to restrain her.
What did she want, do you think, though?
She was just going... And she, you know, just kept crossing herself all the time, going like this. And I knew it were her then, I thought,
Sean, you've been in New Zealand before, because most of, if not all of Lord of the Rings was shot in New Zealand, so you would have been there for...
Yes, all of it.
Did you like New Zealand?
I was there about a year. We came back once, I believe, for 2 weeks. But, yeah, I was there for a year, and it was brilliant, yeah.
Lord of the Rings must have been a big thing for you there.
Huge. I was a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I used to tape my ears to look like elf ears. Yeah. I was a very lonely child. But no, I was massively into it. I had a figurine of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't do anything weird with it.
And it's a tourist attraction now, and there isn't the Hobbiton where they made... I know you weren't in the Hobbit village, but they made that a tourist attraction, didn't they? Have you ever been there?
I've been twice. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Sean. You've got to go. I think after the more recent films, they kept it all lush and the garden's amazing and stuff. And I love it.
I think we have a picture of you. This is you visiting Hobbiton. You look very different there.
Yes, got straight hair there.
Yeah.
When I was denying my cultural heritage. Back when I straightened my hair.
And you went with, I think you went with Nish Kumar.
I did actually,
have a picture of
That's me and Nish there with our Hobbiton hats there.
And have they kept it like the movie? I mean, is it, when you go in, is it furnished? Is it like a kitchen and it's like a house?
You can't really go into the Hobbit holes themselves. They just kind of keep the door ajar. But they have the Green Dragon pub, like the inn, that you can go to at the end, and it's amazing. They had these really amazing cups there, and I really loved them. And I was like, "Do you sell these at the gift shop?" And they were like, "No, a woman down the road makes them. We don't sell them." And I went, "Oh, that's great to know. I'm going to the bathroom with my bag," and I took one. It's the only thing I've ever stolen in my life.
Wow.
I hope they don't get arrested by the Hobbiton police. I don't know. There it is.
This is the one. We got this brought over from your flat, and we're now going to give it to Sean to give back to the people.
No! Don't do it!
Boromir, one last quest for you. Okay? The hero's quest.
No! Oh my God.
Yeah,
no,
you can't go around stealing stuff.
No, it's fine. I'm going to say I don't condone stealing unless you're good at it. Okay? That's absolutely fine if you can get away with it.
Okay, here.